Buzz looking right past Boots Ennis. Said he's looking for bigger and better opportunities like Charlo. Let's talk.
Push the weight in no flex. Flex the live is 1 in the 6. Fit the runner boy, you nigga, no question. You will run a motherfucker high stepping. Hey, you never had a big enough weapon. Motherfucker never learned your lesson. I'm an 88 pack nigga. I'm an 88 pack nigga. I mean, day walker, drink blood, fangs out, full moon, motherfucker change like a hoe, nigga. I'm just a nigga from the hood trying to stack a little cheddar for the money.
Wow. Well, let's talk about it. Drew Titan Bronx on deck. Shout out to the mighty LDBC. Bud says, I'm looking for bigger and better opportunities like Charlo. This article on boxing scene, I will share the link in the description. What does it say here? I'm going to go through this as fast as possible. After the biggest win against Errol Spence Jr., 9th round stoppage, 35-year-old native from Omaha, Nebraska, turned what many expected to be a competitive affair into a mismatch, dropping Spence 3 times in the process. Yeah, he did. He did. He was on Hot 97. He did an interview, and which Ennis was brought up. For those of you that don't know, Jerron Boots Ennis out of Philly. This guy's on a tear, and he's heir to the throne. He's next up. You see, there's always somebody waiting in the rings. Right now, in every division, in every ranking system, there's people right now, your favorite fighter, they're on their bumper. There's somebody ranked number 20, 25, number 30 in the next couple of years. While the guy that, or the woman that you're celebrating, there's somebody that's going to be on their bumper now. Jerron Boots Ennis, if you haven't been paying attention, he's been around for a few years now. But people have been watching him, and they say, you know what, this guy right here, give everybody a problem. So he's next up. He's next up. And he was mentioned. And Bud says, you know, he doesn't see much value in the fight. You know, at this point in his career, he don't see a value in this fight. Let me get a quote. He says, that fight with Ennis can happen because we at the same weight class, but you know, at this point in time, I'm looking for bigger and better opportunities like Charlo, said Crawford, referring to the undisputed 154-pound champ, Jamel Charlo. Ennis is coming off a punishing 10th round stoppage against Romain Villa last month in Atlantic City. Now, Romain Villa, I can tell that the industry was trying to build him as his killer. He fought Speedy Rashidi Ellis. He beat him by a decision. Speedy Rashidi and Boots. If Speedy wins that fight, we might have been seeing Boots versus Ellis last month. But Rashidi, whom I thought beat Villa, he had a rough fight at the in the championship rounds. He was dropped. He was visibly hurt, and Villa, you know, walked him down. And I guess he won the championship rounds, and he did enough to win the fight. I disagree, but that's how the cookie crumbled for Speedy Rashidi. So the Villa fight versus Boots was billed as you know, make or break. Is Villa this killer? Is Boots for real? And Boots went in there and did what he wanted with Villa and made that look easy. And he put that dog out of his misery. Now, I don't know what they do with Villa. It's none of my concern. You know, salute to him. He showed up. He did the best he could. He'll bounce back. You know, it's not like we're going to be screaming for him to retire or nothing like that. You know, this is, you know, these weird fans talking about retiring and stuff. Ridiculous. But that's another conversation for another time. But Boots is apparently next up. And I know Charlo, Jamel, and Bud been going back and forth. Jamel's in the same camp with Errol. There's a lot of intrigue in that fight. You can sell that, man. You can sell that fight, man, because he beat the top dog in Texas. So can he deal with a bigger Jamel Charlo? We don't know. You can sell it. You can sell it. But here's the problem. Here's the problem. And I'll put the link in the description if you want to hear it. Here's my opinion. Although on paper, everyone will want to see Bud versus everybody, you know, and Boots including, I would say Boots is next up, but I understand what Bud is saying. Bud is in his 30s, his mid-30s to be exact. And I understand when he says, I'm looking for bigger and better opportunities. Right now, to fight Boots is a high risk, low reward. You beat Boots, you stop that train before it really gets going, because Boots' train done left the station already, but it hasn't picked up speed yet, full speed. And if Bud gets in there and he beats Boots, no matter how he beats him, stoppage, TKO, you know, well, TKO is a stoppage, but KO or a you know, UD or split decision, you just beat the young and up and rising kid. He'll come back. But what's it worth? I can see it right now. They're gonna say, they'll say, "Oh well, Boots was young and he was green." I'm not hearing that, but whatever. I'm not hearing that, but whatever. But if he can get in the ring with a Jamel Charlo, we're talking quadruple of whatever can be made. And y'all know I don't like talking about business, but in this atmosphere, you got to talk about business and boxing at some point. What Bud is trying to do right now is he's solidifying his, well, he's already solidified his legacy. There's no question about that. So now he's lining his pockets, and he's not trying to line his pockets with easy work. Jamel Charlo is not easy work. Boots Ennis, in my opinion, is not easy work. He's just saying, if I'm going to get hard work, I'd rather get hard work and get the biggest bang for my buck. That's what he means by better opportunities. And this is no shade to Boots. I think he's next up. But right now, there's no real value in fighting Boots over Jamel Charlo. Now, here's the thing. Jamel Charlo is the undisputed champion 154, but he already signed to fight Canelo Alvarez at 168. Now, the word on the block is, as soon as that bell rings for him to fight Canelo, they're going to strip him of his WBC strap. Go figure that. I'll talk about that down the road. So he won't be undisputed anymore. The reason why that's deflating is because Jamel's undisputed at 154. They can't wait to strip him, right? It would be brilliant, in my opinion. It's just my opinion, which this is just fantasy right here. I would love to have like seen Jamel say, "Whoa, I could fight Bud," right? And put up my undisputed versus Bud. Man, F Canelo. Because this is kind of personal. This guy's been going back and forth with me. Now you see, in a perfect world, I would love Jamel to do that. Because look, Jamel and Jamal have been chasing around Canelo for damn near almost 10 years, legitimately almost 10 years. And Canelo didn't see value in fighting them because I honestly believe Canelo felt that those guys could beat him. They felt that he could beat him. He felt that they could beat him, right? And at this point, forget Canelo. You beat Canelo right now, all they're going to do is say, well, Canelo's old. But they just want to prove something. So I get it. And it's a pretty good payday. I get it. But stand for something. If you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything. I would love for Jamel to say, you know what? F that guy. He should have at least fought my brother by now. Matter of fact, let my brother get well in the head and go get that smoke. I got Bud business to handle, and I would love to see those two brothers break bread for another undisputed matchup. And I'm going to say this. It's not far-fetched that Bud wins that fight. Now, can you imagine? Bud undisputed at 140, 147, and 154. He could retire after that fight if he had beat Jamel for undisputed. I don't think nobody. No. I don't think nobody has done that in a 4-belt era. If he beats Jamel for undisputed, he could retire right there. I wouldn't have no problem with it. That's it. Done. Done. It's in the books. That's it. At that point, Bud is held to a higher standard than a lot of fighters, Canelo included. But that's just me brainstorming. It'll never happen. But Jamel, if you're listening, I mean, you know, that'd be pretty dope if you did that. Back out that contract, fight Bud. For real, that'd be dope. Fight Bud for your undisputed. And this is no shade to Jerron Boots Ennis, but I completely understand what Bud is saying. And please don't come in here talking about Bud is scared. It's not that. He's looking for bigger and better opportunities. Y'all tell me what's more valuable, y'all. Y'all like to talk business? Tell me what's more valuable, Boots or Mel? It's a no-brainer. And this is no shade to Boots. Boots is next up. All Boots got to do right now is keep fighting, man. Will he ever be in a position to fight Bud? Maybe, depending on how long Bud wants to go. But salute to Jerron and salute to Terrence, man. And y'all let me know what y'all think, man. Bronx on deck.
Move!